Hey now, everybody. What's happening? Happy Sunday. We are episode 128. We are here, episode 128. I hope everyone has had an amazing weekend. I see all of the ladies already in the chat shouting us out. We thank you guys for always showing up, being front and center. And I'm waiting for all the other ladies and members and viewers to chime in pretty shortly. Welcome to episode 128. We had a lovely weekend here in the Philadelphia area. So I'm hoping that everyone had an amazing weekend weather-wise where you are. Hopefully that rain and those storms and stuff have passed through, and we're gearing up and getting ready for this spring and summer season, which is upon us. Listen, the allergies. I don't know about y'all, but I can already tell that this season might be a little rough for some of us. So, what's happening? Make sure to like and share the video. We're here. We got a great show lined up. I know you guys can't wait. You've been talking about it all week. So, we are here. We are here. We are here. Mr. Nell, where you be, sir? Where you be?
What's up?
What's up?
What's popping? What's popping? What's popping? Um, as East put it, it's gonna be an awesome show tonight. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Episode 128. All things must come to an end. Is the name of this episode. I'm tired. I'm tired because I had an impactful weekend. I should say. Work. Also, just being able to rest and relax on Sunday, running around doing everything I need to do to prepare for the upcoming week. Hopefully, everybody else has had a beautiful weekend as well. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna get right into it. Um, we don't want to start the show off somber. We typically don't like to do that. We like to you know sh- trend on the upbeat. But this right here deserves our attention, and deserves our attention because it's affecting one of our very own, and one of our very own is Brenda. We all know who Brenda is. Brenda does not shy away from Uncensored Minds on Sunday evenings. So Brenda actually hit me up and said, "No, can you please touch on the mass shooting that happened here in Alabama?" And why is this so significant is because it affected some of my family members and friends. Um, so we wanted to offer up, a quick prayer for everybody that's involved, and also for Brenda, for peace of mind, as she deals with this hardship. Also, being able to give her just a little solace and a break mentally so she can deal with what she's going through and being there for those that need her. So let's bow our heads for a quick minute. For our most gracious Heavenly Father in the heavens, as we approach your throne, we thank you for giving us the opportunity to see another one of your beautiful days here on earth. We continue to come to you and asking you for forgiveness as we, charted these waters with sinful um, activities that are us, but not with malicious intent, just with the intent of just being uh, not. And as I look for the right words to describe the actions, not to offend anybody, but just more or less coming to you, asking for your forgiveness for our shortcomings and our sins. Please continue to wrap your arms around all those that need it, especially our very own Brenda and her family as they navigate these uncharted waters of where they sit at right now, and just give them strength and power and the energy to know that you have the last final say and word, but also you provide strength and wherewithal to get through these troubled times. Continue to bless us all as we, go out into this world and being faced with so many adversities and challenges. Lighten the loads for those that need it. Um, Soften the hearts of those who have a stone in that place, and just calm those down who have monstrous tendencies. Me, for an example, please, take me and be an example. Take me and use me as that example that we can all look to and learn from, as being a flawed individuals looking for um, not perfection, but just to be better, and showing how we can take those angers out and just turn those things into joy. So not to get too far off the beaten path, continue to bless us and forgive us for all our sins and shortcomings. And in your son's name we pray. Christ Jesus. Amen.
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 Thank you, Nell. That was beautiful. Brenda, we send love and light your way and all of those who have been affected by yet another senseless act. Sending up prayers.
Hard. Like the next thing that you do, without getting in too far into detail or even asking, hey, well, what happened? Because like people always ask me all the time, like, what happened, or what. I don't be having that much information, and the reason why is I just don't like to jump into too much because it rehashes feelings for that person.
Mhm.
It forces them to talk about things that's a sore spot for them. And
Mhm.
they wanted me to know, they'd tell me in due time.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
I just want to be there I just want to be there as a shoulder. I want to be there as a strength. So people always ask, well, what happened? Well, what's this? And I be looking like, I don't know. Well, how don't you know? And that's one of the reasons why I don't know, is because I'll give the opportunity for the person to tell me if they're willing to tell me. And if not, I'm still just going to be there as a voice of reason, a voice
Mhm.
of understanding, and just a shoulder to lean on and cry on, and just for strength. So shout
Mhm.
outs and prayers to Brenda and her whole family,
Mhm.
her friends, and anyone else that was affected in that mass shooting there in and around the world. As we ask y'all each and every episode, please like and share the video. We need you to like and share the video. This is episode 128. Like we said before, we got a fun-filled show. Like we said last week, we told y'all we was going to have a fearsome foursome here this week. Unfortunately, it's just going to be the three of us again, and the three is T, Ish, and myself being Nell, with Katie joining us next week. Shout outs to another one of our very own, Ebony. She had a birthday yesterday. Her and Katie got together and celebrated her birthday. So shout outs to Eb for happy birthday, happy birthday, happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday.
happy birthday. Let's get right into the icebreaker question, Ish.
All
How
right.
are you with directions?
Boo.
And
Boo.
say, how good are you with directions? We not just talk about the directions from your significant other, the directions from your boyfriend, girlfriend, the directions of of your family. But would you be lost with or without GPS? What's up?
All right, so listen, I don't know if this is gonna make sense, but I'm a A and B'er. Like
Okay.
I'm cool when I know where I'm going in the area that I'm going to. Like I don't need GPS. I don't need you to tell me nothing. I'm familiar with it. But if you take me out of my comfort zone outside of that point A and point B, yeah, I'm gonna be lost in the mud.
You
For
lost
real.
sauce?
Yeah, I'm gonna be lost because y'all remember I was on the steps. I
Okay.
didn't really go too far outside of certain little areas. So anything outside of like where I be, yeah, I'm gonna have some trouble. I had
Um,
to turn the radio down now. You know how they say when you get lost, you turn the radio way down. Yeah, that's me.
that's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Nah, I'm good with directions. I typically verbal directions. It's all right, but once I learn a place, I know it. Like, and I'm very observant.
Mhm.
So, and that's because I'm a driver, right? I
Right.
typically drive a lot, but then too, I'm always that person, as if we ever get lost, like I'm just going to take the wheel and get us out of there. I look for main streets. I
Mhm.
always know how to get back to the main street, and just keep driving until I see something that's familiar, and then we figure it out like that.
Mhm.
Uh, would I be lost without a GPS? No, not too much, because
No.
I typically, the route that I take is the route that I'm taking back home.
Right. Right.
I can deviate from that once I get comfortable with the area, whatever case may be. I might jump off an exit here or turn there, whatever. But I'm pretty good with directions. I got a good sense of direction. just because I
Yeah, that's good. That's good to have too, because like you said, what if the GP? Well, I mean, just being able to move and all of that stuff without the GPS is good, because what if you forget it? What if it's your phone not working right? What if
yeah,
you're not getting reception, or your car GPS is acting funky and it's not updated? Like, you know what I mean? You gotta really be able to get
yeah,
through some shit.
yeah,
Like, yeah. So that's what's
absolutely.
up. Yeah.
I remember one time, this was many moons ago. I jumped in my car on a
Mm,
whim, and I've never done this before. And so this like one time I drove my car from I was in Philly at the time, and I drove all the way to Tennessee at night. Just jumped right in the wheel because what I mean, had an itch that needed to be scratched, and
mhm.
by the grace of God, what I mean, I didn't need too much. My GPS was cool. I got my on my phone, got me there, and I was cool. But
Cool. Yeah, that's what's
I
up
mean,
now.
sometimes adventures take you out of your comfort zone, and it makes you
Right.
have to pay attention. And
Yeah.
attention.
Yeah, because one wrong turn, I had you down somebody's road. Angelia and GPS have you going around in circles. That is true. That is so true, because I've done that. And I'll be like, ma'am, and that's what I call the GPS, ma'am. Get it together. You got me trying to miss traffic, but you taking me right in traffic. So,
Mm,
that'd be off the hook. But that's what I was going to ask. Like, does anybody still use maps or even know how to use a map? Because I kind of do, but I get a little stuck with the map sometimes. So I was wondering, like, if anybody still use those.
absolutely. Um, it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The technology so much today is at our handful. I mean,
Right.
if you ain't knowing how to navigate your phone, you need to go. You need some type of like therapy.
Yeah, facts. Facts.
That's what's up. So it's our entertainment quick spin. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. Um, Jonathan Majors.
Yo, he is all I was just saying this too, like, just learned about him. He just now starting to get popping, and
Okay.
now he already in the hot seat.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. And if y'all don't know who Jonathan Majors is the co-star beside Michael B. Jordan on Creed. He also is in a host of Marvel movies. He's up and coming. Like he was at some point called, what I mean, one of the next great black artists. What do they call these people that get on? I'm having a hard time. What is it? What actors?
actors. I was going to say, I was thinking you was thinking of
Like, yeah, what is
another
he
word.
thinking? What is he thinking about? But yes, actors and up and coming, and what had happened if you've been under a rock, Jonathan Majors, and we talked about this a couple of shows ago, um, was arrested and charged with domestic battery from a current girlfriend, who then recanted a statement and said, "Hey, that's not really what happened. I was emotional. I took it a little too far." Okay, died down a little bit. But now here comes three or four more women who have come forth and said, yes, he did um, assault me as well, which caused the his latest film to drop him as the lead actor. And of
Mhm.
course, um, person that they picked up in line was yours truly. What's his name, Ish? Demetrius Aegis. I keep killing his name.
Damson,
Dam,
yes, you're right. Damson Idris.
Damson.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, him.
You know what I'm gonna call him?
Him. Franklin
I'm gonna
Saint.
call I'm gonna call him Big Franklin Saint. And as we jump from Jonathan Majors, we're gonna jump right into Snowfall. And the reason why we're talking about Snowfall is because Snowfall's last episode aired this week.
Mm.
It was a doozy, and it took us on a journey for those seasons that it has been on, from one to its culmination. Um, and if I don't call this man nothing, he's always forever will be Franklin to me.
Yeah.
He did a great job. I'm killing his name. Him,
Just call him D or some shit.
that boy.
D.
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call
Nell.
Lori Harvey's boyfriend. Like he don't have no identity.
Messy,
Ah.
messy,
This nigga
messy.
um did his thing on that show. He solidified himself as one of those actors to be reckoned with. And that series wouldn't have been a series if it wasn't for him. And if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it, please go out there and see the last episode of Snowfall. It is one of power, it is one of strength, and it is one of those ones that make you be like, damn, the rise and
Mhm.
fall of a drug kingpin,
Yep.
the rise and fall of those who, if not careful, once you have it, it can all go away. So it's a number of different connotations that you could take from it, right? It's a number of different things. What was your take on it, Ish?
Yeah, so I, like you, feel that there was a lot of different themes at work in that just in that last episode, and how they wrap things up. And one of the themes I took away from it was um the circle, the circle of just life itself. How we can have a starting point, but if not careful, and if we don't choose our paths carefully, you know what I mean, we're going to come right back to the starting point. And not all the time when you get back to that starting point are you going to be in the same suit that you were in when you initially started. You know what I mean? And for Franklin, when he came back to that starting point, he was stripped of just about everything. So I think it taught a lot of different lessons, and it brought a lot of themes to play. Damn, it was hard for me to watch. Seriously, it was hard for me to watch just because, we've seen him, pretty much throughout the entire show, just be on top, just be a boss, be in the lead, be strong, diddy bopping all the way through the entire shit. Like, you know what I mean? And just to see him decline in the state in which he did, like, that was rough and tough, but it was also needed because it needed to hit home and it needed to hit a point. So they did a good job. They did a
They did
great
a they
job.
did they did an amazing job with
Yeah, they
um
did.
the from his parents, his
Mhm.
relationship with them, the relationship with the uncle and the aunt, the relationship with the best friend, the relationship with the wife, right?
Mhm,
The
mhm,
relationship with the CIA agent, the relationship with Teddy, being the, you know, working with the government, and how back then in the 80s, how the government fostered in drugs into our
mhm,
community and used that, um, and used that to help this man get rich, but then took it away from him as control. It's powerful. When we
mhm,
talked on Thursday, I said this, and I said the American way, and not just so much more the American way, just the way of the world nowadays, is people will build you up, get you all the way to the top, only to, as you're reaching the top, instead of helping you stay there, are starting to be the same ones that are pulling you back down.
mhm,
Why
mhm,
is the biggest question. Why do we get people up to a certain point only to be the same ones with our arms or our hands on their shirt tails, pulling them back down because we are insecure, jealous, afraid of losing
mhm.
them, afraid of them getting even bigger,
Right.
even thinking that they're going to go away and we're never going to have the opportunity to be with them anymore. Why do we do that?
Mhm. I think ultimately fear, because like you just pinpointed, like those certain things, the underlying theme in each one of those is fear. Fear of something, fear of loss, fear of progression, and you not progressing as well. It's I think when people stop being afraid and stop allowing fear to come in, then they're able to then kind of focus on the most important things, and that is strong relationships, strong bonds, strong friendships, strong partnerships, you know what I mean. And instead of allowing fear to infiltrate, you know they can just focus on what's what. But
Mhm.
until that happens, it's always going to be that fear. And then the people with the fear are going to be the ones steady tugging, trying to hold you back, trying to pull you back down, trying to throw salt up in the game. Like, that's just what it is.
I don't think people understand, and sometimes, everybody don't always have the same intentions, right? Like the person that you're putting up there, um, may just want you to help them get up there, and they dissipate. They go their own way. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for myself, I want you to help me get up there. And the reason why I want you to help me get up there is because once I get up there, I'm kicking that door down so we can all run through.
Mm-hmm.
And when we all run through, I'm gonna be the one in the back allowing you to shine. I'm gonna be calling you up to the stage, to the podium. I'm gonna call you up to the mic, and I want you to have your shine. I want you to be able to live out your dreams. I want you, but let's get somebody there. Let's get
Mm-hmm.
somebody up there that's going to take the whoopings. Let's get somebody up there that's going to do all the dirty work and make it easier for individuals like y'all to run right through there and not have to struggle the way I had to struggle to get up there.
All
I'm
right.
willing to bring you along. You ain't got to pull me back down with fear.
Mm-hmm.
Propel, so when I get up there, I'm kicking the door down. I'm doing all the dirty work. That way we can all run through, and we can bask in the glory of what it is that we want to do and we want to get. And
Mm-hmm.
sometimes people don't understand that we gotta, like, loyalty revolves around just that, being loyal and helping those get to a point. And then once
Mm-hmm.
they get to the point, the benefit starts to trickle down.
Mm-hmm.
Starts to trickle down. Absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's just a sad thing to see. And then and sometimes you don't learn that about people until it's too late. You can have somebody around you that, you feel like might be in your corner, or might be rooting you on and wishing you well. And you know what I mean? And you don't see it until it's too late. Um, and it's just a crazy, crazy thing to experience too.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's crazy. It's crazy, but
Such
that's
is life.
that's the
Such
times
is
we live.
life. It's times
Uh,
we live in.
Another crazy time that we live in. Another crazy story that's present is Ralph Yarn. I want you to talk about Ralph and who Ralph was.
So Ralph was a young man who was actually going to pick up his siblings um, and bring them to safety, when he actually went to the wrong location. He went to a different street, the correct number of the house, but the wrong street. He rang the doorbell, and a white man came to the door, was upset that he was there and that he was on his property, and began to shoot. I don't even think, honestly, that there was much conversation had, like, hey, I'm a child, I'm looking for my siblings, I'm in the wrong place. It just, transpired probably what would seem almost kind of immediately. He was shot. He began shooting and shot him in the head. Now, luckily, this young man is still living. And of course, there is rally around him and around this cause, because once again, there has been a situation where one of our young Black men has been placed in harm's way senselessly, because there is no reason whatsoever behind this man just popping off at a child, okay, who posed no threat and no harm. He was a musician. He played the bass clarinet. He received awards and accolades for that, and notoriety in his school and band, etc. This was a young man who was not in the streets, who was there to pose no harm to that man, and probably just because the color of his skin, okay, he was accosted, he was attacked, he was shot, and everybody's in an uproar about it. Nell.
It bothers me. It bothers me because this is another story of a young man, a young man that we hear every day when we turn on the news. be it senseless violences in our neighborhoods, be it police shootings or whatever. Another young man whose future was cut short by a malicious act.
Mm-hmm.
Malicious at 16 years old. I
Craziness.
remember the times when, I was living on Redfield Street, and we had the police athletic league on Elmwood, or we had Myers Playground, and we can go. Genuine Magic had the basketball leagues. We
Right.
couldn't wait till summer started up to jump into these leagues. Why? Because of the competition that we had within ourselves to do whatever. We just took it out on the basketball court. I remember
Mhm.
if Myers was filled, we would go down to King Sesson and get a quick run in, or we would go up Eastwick and get a run in. I'm saying these things is because we had so many different other resources at our disposal to go to keep ourselves off the street, to keep ourselves away from the drugs, the corners, the senseless violence. We more or less put our energies into recreation instead of popping off with guns. Now,
Right.
this next guest that I wanted to bring on is one of those ones who is just that has resources and um things set up in place just for the youth today. This is, we always say my brother, my sister. This is like my brother. We grew up on the same block. We from pups, and we stayed in touch. We kept in touch. Every time he got something going on, I'm supporting it. Every time we got something going on, he support us. And that's what real brothers do, real sisters do, real family does, regardless if you blood or we're not. Support is support, and it helps you continue to keep those outreach programs going on. This young brother that I'm bringing on next, his name is Nell. He has an incredible story to share with you that will help quell some of this violence and how to save our children. My
Yo,
man,
yo, yo, what's up, homeboy?
Melly
what's going
Mel.
on, Mel?
Hey, Aisha,
What's
how are you, young
good?
lady? How
I'm
are you?
good. How are you,
Good,
sir?
good. I
Good.
can't complain.
Good.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing, man. I just wanted to. It's crazy. It's not even funny anymore because
Yeah,
every time we turn on the TV, every time we get an alert on our phone, every time we look around, we see balloons getting released in the air, or we see a park getting shot up. And it's
Mhm.
crazy because I remember you taking your son Chase to the park just to get a quick run in, some drills,
yep,
you know, whole 9 yards, and you said, "Damn, you had to throw your son on the ground."
yep. About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
About two
that's
weeks
crazy.
ago, we went to McCreech Park. It's on 67th and Regent, I believe, right off of 67 Cobbs Creek.
Okay.
This was about 2 weeks ago on a Tuesday. I actually take him to a strength and conditioning trainer. So she wanted to take him to the park, so we could run some laps and just do footwork, etc. 5 p.m. I drop him off. She texts about 6 p.m. I go to get him. Then we sitting around discussing what they did. Mind you, it's a park full of kids, about at least 40 kids. I'm talking about ages maybe 7 to about 13, 14, something like that. Um, so we out, like I said, we out there talking. Chase made a couple friends. They playing basketball for a little bit. Next thing you know, about 40 shots ring off. So I have to like literally, I just have to react. Go. I tackle him into the grass. We in the grass for about a minute, y'all. Like so, he shot about 40 times, and it sounded like he was right next to us. So the crazy part, my son's trainer is a retired cop, so she was on it. She was down, but she was on the phone with the cops. She seen everything. She described everything. Said the young man was about between 15 and 17, man. So the problem
Mm.
is the reason why they don't mind shooting with kids or babies or whoever is because it's kids themselves
Is himself.
doing the shooting. So they
Yeah.
don't care. You know what I'm saying? It was bad. It's bad out here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when we was growing up, there was a code, right? No,
Absolutely,
you,
bro.
you didn't shoot at daytime.
No,
No women, no kids. That was
no.
fair. Now it's just no holds barred, bro.
Yeah, it was
No.
unacceptable, bro. Unacceptable back then. It was like it was rules to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they if you did that, you was held accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
it wasn't you could, and that's why people didn't do it. It's because like, bro, if you gonna shoot out at my family, I'ma see you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So it's
Absolutely.
like whoever you're going through whatever with, you deal with him directly. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it went. And it's not like that no more.
Absolutely. So tell us about what you got going on, your initiatives to not just curb violence, because it ain't just that. It's giving the kids a place to grow.
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
tell us about
It's
that.
Big Hustle, man. Big Hustle is originally it came from my son, because he loves the game. He loves the game of basketball. And I learned that from I had a restaurant. It was called I Got the Juice Cafe. It was on Baltimore Pike and Lansdowne. So I put an actual basketball court in the back of the restaurant. So each could tell you, every time she came and got her salmon wrap, she would hear that little boy bouncing that ball, bouncing that ball, bouncing that ball. So I'm like, yo, this kid is really like into this. You know what I mean? So originally, I just wanted to kind of find something, maybe 1,500 square feet, just to kind of put one court, some equipment, for him, maybe a couple of his friends to, come shoot around, work out. So I'm up, when I'm looking for something, I'm up and I'm at it. So I actually found the place on Facebook Marketplace, y'all, about 3 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? And it was a 6,000 square foot, actually old indoor YMCA. It was a YMCA indoor pool area. But what happened was the roof caved in, so they just shut it down. What I mean, it just made it like a space. So I was able to go in and by the help of some sponsors and things like that, get some floors. I put brand new floors down. I had some amazing artists come and sponsor some of their time. Painted some nice art and positivity on the wall. Just made it nice, colorful for the children. I bought 6 basketball courts. So it's just like a place. I wanted to be actually the new Boys and Girls Club where these kids actually, because we started at age 5, so they can come in at age 5, and literally we would love for them to like grow throughout high school, college, etc., and then have that same type of love and compassion for the community to come back and actually add value as well. That's really the goal, is to really build a home for these kids. I'm be honest with you, for anybody who needs an outlet, to just be somewhere positive and get some motivation and encouragement. You know what I mean? Because it's not just about our main focus is basketball, but it's actually not just basketball. We
Absolutely.
do a lot of mental health activities, critical thinking, personal development. Like I said, we are, big on holding these kids accountable. They're not held accountable, and that's the problem. Um, a lot of the parents, they grew up without and whatever. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nobody's earning anything now. You know what I'm saying? So now everybody's entitled. So that's why the kids are very disrespectful. You know what I mean? But once they come into them doors, I'm old school. You know what I mean? So, I instill them values in them because, it gives me anxiety when I hear somehow these children talk, you know what I'm saying, to their parents. You know what I mean? There's a lot of times in that facility where I had to completely stop practice and, literally get with the kid and tell them, hey, you go apologize to your father, to your mother. That's unacceptable here. We don't tolerate that. You know what I mean? So just trying to rearrange their mindset and how they think. We've been open for 2 years. It's been amazing. We are growing. We're located in the Northeast. It's 2840 Home Avenue. Very nice neighborhood. We have our own parking lot. Cameras everywhere. It's a private facility. So you have to be a member. So it's not just people kind of just lingering around. So we pretty much know every single person who enters and leaves the facility. And like I said, we're in Northeast, and we're looking to, we even have transportation. So if you're in other areas, like I said, get with our Nell, get with East, let me know, and maybe we can set up some type of transportation for anybody. We're just trying to get them in there and out the way.
If you're interested in following Mel on Instagram, his handle is at Big Hustle Hicks. Go on the page, like it, share it, do whatever you can, because these are the programs that our children needs, to just be able to have fun, also let out steam, but also be educated and cultured, right? Because it's nothing like support. It's nothing like a kid getting the opportunity to receive love when they haven't received that before, and it kind of can change their mindset.
Yeah, bro.
Another thing that I wanted to touch on too is you have an event coming up soon.
Yes,
An event coming up soon,
yes,
and
yes.
tell us about the event, and then after you tell us about the event, tell us how we can be of an assistance. Us here at Uncensored Minds, and then us, um, our TV audience who's viewing, in because we have a big support system who
Nice.
they hear it, they run with it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're kicking off the first Saturday in May. I forget the date offhand. Is that the second?
Mm-hmm.
I forget the date offhand. Um, but anyway, it's a free safe zone Saturday. So from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m., you can literally just bring your kid and drop them off, and we will have a lot of different activities. We will have speakers there, and they could just come be kids, kind of like, bro, when we was on Redfield and we kind of was, you know what I mean? We would all meet up and we didn't have no cell phones, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like we knocked on each other's door, we sat on the step for hours, you know what I'm saying? And we just talked and we just did kid stuff, you know what I'm saying? They don't get enough time to do kid stuff, you know what I mean? They got these phones in their hand all day, and then when they get home, they either on the game or once again on the phone again. They don't. I don't even think these kids watch TV, man. You know what I mean? Or on a tablet. So they just the real issue is communication. They don't know how to communicate with each other, and that's why a lot of the violence is going on. Nobody knows how to apologize. Nobody knows how to say, I was wrong. You know what I mean? Everybody is once again, and their feelings are so sensitive about stuff, and nobody can fight. You know what I mean? So the only alternative is to run and grab a gun. You know what I mean? See, we fought back in the day when we had a disagreement. We fought. 30 minutes later, we was on a block sitting on the step again. You know what I'm saying? So, we have to teach these kids how to communicate. You know what I mean? And let them know that it's okay not to be a tough guy, not to listen to drill music. If you want to listen to other types of music, that's okay. If you want to be different and do other things that they're not doing, that's okay. It's nothing wrong with being an individual while still hanging with other individuals that do different things.
Absolutely.
It's okay. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to push. Like I said, the first Saturday of May is absolutely free. Please bring them kids, drop them off. You can come in with them. You can speak. You can add value. Um, if you guys are available, come hang out. You know what I mean? Just like kind of kick it with them. Like I said, I want to get all types of different games and different jump rope. They don't know how to. I don't even know. Do they know how to jump rope anymore?
I don't know, cause I don't
Yeah,
see it. Like I don't see it. That's all we did was be
yeah,
out in the street jumping
yeah.
double dutch. I don't see it now.
So maybe even that little competition with that, bro. We can. I don't care. We can figure it out how to build a tops. Remember
Yeah.
the coolie? We can
Absolutely.
figure out how to build that and really show them how to make tops. Each you remember
Mm-hmm.
that age?
I
The
remember.
boys used to get the tops and we
Yeah.
put the tar in it or the clay. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We pluck the Jones, wall ball, kick ball. Bro, it's so
Mm-hmm.
much that they don't understand that they missing, man. They can't do no more.
Exactly.
Crazy.
The
So we
resource
here.
they're not resourceful anymore. They
Yeah,
rely on
yeah.
phones to teach them,
Yep.
and then they
Yep.
rely on the music to get them through. Yo, bro, we definitely appreciate you coming on tonight.
My man.
One thing that you can bet your bottom dollar on is you will be seeing more of us, especially me, um, and T. I remember the battles that y'all used to have.
T Money, what's up, baby?
100 block of Redfield versus the 20 block of
Yeah,
Redfield on them courts in Myers. I remember them days, both running point. But
yeah,
we love to see the growth from, what I mean, all four of us. You know what I mean? We
yeah,
come from the
absolutely,
same
man.
neighborhood, the same blocks.
Yeah,
Just to see us with these platforms that is giving
yeah,
back is always a great thing. So we will be reaching out to you. I know me and T wanted to come actually up to the gym at
right.
some point in the near future.
Anytime.
I'll be up there real soon to shoot kind of something that's going to have to do with our sneaker collab.
Yeah,
You
yeah, 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 for sure.
know, right? I'm always hollering at you to grab something, so we definitely going to link up with that. But also too, I mean, you can count me in as being one of the speakers. Coming up there and a mentor as well. And I know the three of us, the 3 or 4 of our other castmates, feel the same way.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
y'all, man. Thank you
Yep.
for your time. I appreciate it.
Yep.
We going
Good
to put
seeing you, Mel.
comment section and also your cash app for anybody that want to make donations
Yes.
to Big Hustle. He is doing a major thing. This is only going to help the kids grow further. I got the juice. If y'all remember him, that's the face of I got the juice. That's the face of a number of different things. This man even got me. I got to share a story real quick. A lot of people say, "Damn, Nell, how did you lose so much weight? How did you get so disciplined?" That man right there hit me one night and said, "Yo, I got something that's going to change your life," and I haven't deviated from it yet. And that
Yeah,
was 7 years ago.
my man.
We
My
jump
man.
off of we sometimes we jump off a course,
For
but
sure.
when it's instilled in you, and that's what we're trying to teach these kids. When it's instilled in you, you always remember how to get back to zero.
Facts.
Right now, I'm at 0 starting back, and I know Nell is too. So shout outs to coming on tonight, bro. We appreciate you being a
Yeah.
part of
Likewise.
the Uncensored Minds family, and you'll be seeing more of us.
Appreciate y'all. Have a blessed night, y'all.
All
You
right,
too.
man. What up?
All right, Mel.
Damn, we coming strong tonight, huh? We throwing shit like that.
Yeah.
You know how we do, man. Welcome to Uncensored Minds, everybody.
See, I don't think the people know the battles that used to go on them courts and Myers.
Yeah,
Listen.
I used to bust my ass. I'm just leaving it. It is what it
Right.
is. Welcome to Uncensored Minds, the greatest conversation there is on YouTube right now. Make sure y'all like and share the video. Co-host, how y'all doing?
I'm straight.
I'm
Let's
tired.
see.
I wanted to take the night off, but
I can't.
Listen,
we
them
don't take no
allergies
days
is
off.
kicking
Yo,
my ass.
we
No
don't
days
take no
off.
days
Then.
off. Cut it
no
out. We
days
don't take
No
off.
days off
we don't take
now.
no days off.
What you
Now,
talking about, homie?
I don't know. I just
do
want
have
to.
we do have another guest, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
And I don't know this beautiful young lady personally, but I'm seeing her movement move along. So I'm gonna just call her a hair extraordinaire.
Oh,
So she does hair as well as she created her own hair app, and she's going to join us, and she says she's also willing to kick the shit with us on our topics tonight. So here she is. Her name is Tia Michelle, everybody.
Hi.
Tia,
How are
yo.
you?
Last week we got their feet together.
Y'all need to get
Feet
their
and
wig.
nails together. Now it's the time for the hair. Get the pitchings right, ladies.
Listen,
Let's
yes.
go.
Let's go.
Thank y'all so much for having me. Wait, let me just before I forget. I'm heavy on the allergies, kicking my ass.
Facts.
Eyes burning, like I can't even drop. It's too much. It's too much.
Craziness.
Thank y'all so much for having me on. Y'all want me to just get my intro right? I'm sorry, I just started talking. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good.
good.
You good. Go ahead.
So my name is Tia Michelle, and I am a hairstylist. I'm actually not really doing hair right now. I took a hiatus, but I created a mobile beauty supply store. So I basically deliver products to people, but I actually created an on-demand delivery app for it. So it's literally DoorDash, Uber Eats, GoPuff, whatever you want to call it, of beauty supply. So that's basically what my business is.
I'm not mad at that.
So,
Where did this vision come from? Because a lot of times people who start out doing hair, they stay in that one spot. So how did you move on into this process?
So honestly, like a lot of businesses, it came out of the pandemic. So and it's just crazy that I never thought about it before, because you know how many times like I ran out of products, braiding hair, like in the middle of doing clients and stuff. It's crazy. But of course we didn't have, what we have now, DoorDash and stuff like that, because I started my career in 2010. But it came out of the pandemic, everything was closed, and I still was trying to do my own hair. I wasn't really doing clients at the time because, nobody was going anywhere. So I still need to do my own hair, and I'm like, damn, we can't even go in the stores. Like, what's up? Like, so I was just like, we get everything delivered, like food, groceries, everything, like literally on demand. So I was like, you know what? I should probably just create a mobile beauty supply store. Like, I never wanted to do brick and mortar. Like, my clients will always be like, you should open up a hair store. And I'm just like, y'all, everybody always got all these ideas and no money. Like, So I never wanted to do it. And y'all know the Asian community has that pretty much on lock. I mean, it's definitely changed. There's a lot of Black women that are, coming out with their own stores and stuff. But I was like, you know what, brick and mortar is the overhead is kind of crazy. But I was like, mobile is the thing, because all I got to do is just buy products and just deliver them. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, everybody does that. Everybody, clothing, anything, hats, whatever, everybody's just, just selling stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to buy some products and I'm just delivering. But from the beginning, I always wanted an app. Right. Because I feel like apps are just the thing that everybody uses. Of course.
All right. Hold on. Can we stay right there? Because a lot of people would get lost in this specific translation. They think getting your own app is like the hardest thing in the world. So how did you even go about that process?
So, I mean, it can be something hard, but depending on what you're trying to do with the app, basically how you're trying to build it. So I built my app without creating a code for it. So I didn't build my app from scratch. So it made the process a little bit easier. So I went through my app is through a company that basically they have the code. I don't have the code, but I just build through that. Does that make sense?
Right.
So it's really not that hard if you do it that way. If you're doing it from scratch and creating a code, yes, that is much harder. But the way that I did it, and there are a lot of sites out here that, you know, you're able to create an app without the code. It just depends on what type of app you're trying to create. Because, you know, I can tell you if you're trying to do an on-demand delivery type of situation where you're creating a store and stuff like that, like I can give you my experience. But if you're trying to do something else outside of delivery, and outside of a store, I'm not really sure. You know what I'm saying? But listen, the way that I was able to do it and just find it, anybody can do it. Because I'm like a really big researcher. Like anything I'm trying to do, I always do like extensive research. And I found one that kind of, you know, it made sense for what I was trying to accomplish. And I wound up working with somebody who knew how to develop apps, and he helped me just start the process of it. So once he showed me like pretty much how to add the products and get everything started, I pretty much just paid him for that part, and then I kept it moving because I didn't want like a partner or anything. I watch Shark Tank. Y'all not about to get me.
I can dig it.
I ain't getting this equity. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it.
So what
I
is
paid him for it and kept it moving.
What is the main product that people hitting you up on this mobile app? What is the first, you know, thing? Is it the glue? Is it bundles? What is the main thing that they hitting you for?
I mean, of course, it depends on what you have on my store. Well, having in store. So right now, of course, y'all know braids is in. So I get a lot of hits on the braiding hair and the braiding gels. So any whatever preference people have right now, like the gummy is hot. Edge controls. So that's really like the three main things that people are getting, because you know it's getting warmer too. Well, honestly, braids, it don't even matter about the season anymore. You know, braids is just hot. So those are the three things. Yeah.
And what are your like, where are you going? Is it just the tri-state?
Yeah, it's the tri-state area right now. So Jersey, Delaware, and PA. Yep.
Okay. Before we move on with our shenanigans, Nell and Ish, do y'all have any questions for her before we move on with our shenanigans?
All right. So last week I found out that I couldn't just throw my lady $50 and get her hair and nails. I mean, her nails done with the gel. That was I had to give her at least $200 and up.
Okay.
All right. So I want to know if that's the same situation with these hairstyles. Is I'm
$50?
Oh.
Facts. We be trying to tell him, he don't be listening.
Yeah, I'm trying to throw her the $40 cash app. Is that cool, or am I needing a little more?
First of all, they take a percentage already, so it ain't even a whole 40. It's 38.
Facts.
So it's already a problem. But no, and then so you can get a couple products. You can get a couple products, but literally like 2 products. Now, as far as the hairstyling, no, absolutely not. It's not like back in the day where you can get shampoo, press and curl for $45. It's not anymore. Some people charge $200 for a silk press.
I can't get 2 packs of hair for $12 a piece. That's 24.
Hold on, no.
You could get some braid hair.
Yeah, but what she gonna do? Now she gonna braid the shit by herself in the mirror, like what the fuck?
Listen, ladies, wasn't there such a thing back in the day, like a wash and press or something that was like $40?
$40 wash and curl.
You could walk into literally any salon, especially up the Deuce, like Woodland Avenue, anywhere. You could get a press and curl for $35, $40.
That's what I should charge.
Like everything.
And she can get the little baby hairs laid too for that.
Facts. Hair smelling all good and shit.
You remember when the weave bar used to do $50 sewings?
Yeah.
No, not anymore.
No more. That was just that probably was a marketing move too.
It was.
Like, you know, definitely to pull in the clients, get you hooks, because you know, people really attach themselves to their stylists. Like they will follow them, they will do whatever it takes, especially if they find a good one. So that was their marketing technique to pull you in. $50 sew-ins, got them.
Yep, I used to do it on Wednesdays when I became a junior stylist. That was how I got my clientele up. Some people used to do $25 shampoo and curls, like just to build it up. You can't do that no more. Everything is high too. So
yeah.
So your $50 not gonna go far, babe. Sorry.
Damn, no, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work now.
Yeah, it's not gonna go far. It's not gonna
Party
go far.
in the whole
But
3. Damn, my whoa.
yeah, now you're gonna have to let me run them pockets. Them pockets need to be run. So listen, as a young Black entrepreneur, out of Philadelphia. Are you out of Philadelphia?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm running west. Yep.
Out of Philadelphia. How hard was it for you to break down any barriers, whether it was, just individuals that was like, oh, well, that just, that idea might not be good, or, just kind of steering you away from your goal and your dream? Like, how did you maneuver through that, just as a young Black woman, and being from Philly? We just kind of know the environment and the atmosphere, especially with women sometimes, and just other businesses, competition, whatever the case may be. Like, how did you maneuver through that, and what mindset did you have to have in order to push through?
So I'm gonna be honest, like I've been like this for some time now. Like I said, I started my hair career in 2010. So coming up as a hairstylist, you already know that's a lot of rejection. There's a lot going on in that aspect. But like I never have been like an average thinking person. So even with doing hair, I never just did hair in a salon. Like I always wanted to do more. Like when they told me it was $1 billion industry and I got in a salon, I was like, where's $1 billion? Because it ain't here.
Right.
So I started, like I said, I'm a researcher, and I started working in New York constantly, photo shoots, TV and film stuff. Like I was always transitioning, trying to find something better and bigger. So I've always had that mindset of like something got to be bigger. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Just I feel like my mindset really comes from like just having a rough childhood for the most part too. Because it's like I feel like if you can go through things as a child, like hardships, once you become an adult, it's like you got more control. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the biggest thing for me when I got older. Like once I get control, it's over for everybody. So my mindset was always like bigger and better, bigger and better. And for me, like Philly, to me, I don't know. I never really cared about competition. I don't know. Because first of all, as a hairstylist, it's a million hairstylists.
Million of them.
You
right.
can't, like, literally. So competition, I never cared about it. Like even with the Mo Beauty Supply store, like I don't care. And I've never been a competitive person, even as a hairstylist. Like sometimes if I can't do a style, I'll listen. Hey, such I know you do good hair. Can you do my client for me with this one style, whatever? I'll share. I feel like there's money out here for everybody. So for me, I've never been a selfish person. I've always cared about like servicing people. And I feel like if you can't be selfish like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so the mindset just came from just like, listen, I done went through some shit and I done made it out. So if I could get through that, I can get through anything. The hardest part, honestly, with this business was just the app development, like getting rejected. I got rejected from Apple 4 times. So just getting through that process, because I'm, a hairstylist moving into tech, a Black woman in tech now. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, I didn't even know. I just had this idea because I didn't want it to be an average company, an average just delivery person just driving around. And I just was like, I want something different. And I'm like, oh snap, I didn't even realize I'm going into a whole different industry. So that was really the hardest part, because delivering was never a problem, or selling products wasn't a problem, just because I've always been into product knowledge with my clients. And I could always be like, yo, this is a good product because I was using it on them and stuff like that. And I have more so like a good background with hair products because I've done hair. So I can, even if I didn't use the product, I can tell you kind of like what you're going to get out of it, depending on what the description is and stuff like that. So honestly, that wasn't even the hardest part. And even like competition that I've seen, like I said, I'm not competitive, so I don't care about, to me, there isn't any competition, but it's like, it's money out here for everybody. I'm only in the tri-state area, but I can't service really the whole tri-state area. It's only me and maybe 2 other drivers. So if somebody else decides like, I want to do this too, and I know a girl that's delivering the same thing or doing same things, I'm like, yo, I can't get to y'all, but this other girl, she got some shit on lock too. That's just the type of person that I am. You know?
I ain't like that. Before we get back into our topics, I have one last personal question for you, because I do my research on people. So if I'm not mistaken, you're a twin, right?
Yes.
So are y'all in sync? Like, how does the twin thing work? Like is
the
it some days? I need to know. Is there some days that you hate being a twin? Like, how does the twin thing work?
Yo, you know what's crazy? everybody who knows me, they know I never like being a twin. Never. My sister, she always loved it. I never like being a twin because first of all, you're not your own individual person. So to me, I'm more so like the loner twin. Like I'm like, yeah, you here, but I don't really want you here. Like, like I always was like that because we're literally like we're so different. Like we're similar in a lot of ways, but we're very, very different. So I just wanted my space and like people would never remember me for some reason. I don't know what it was like. Not remember me, but they never remember my name. So that's to piss me off. They're like, you Teresa or you the other one? I'm like, bitch, like
What?
the other one. First of all, I'm the smart twin. First of all,
Yeah, I'm the one. I'm the one. Okay.
So, but no, but being a twin is really cool though. Like, I mean, I know you do your research, whatever. So I'm a twin from my promo. Right. So the promo that has its perks being the twin. I feel like because that's what people love about the promo is the twin thing. Because people was confused too, like. People were like for a year was like, so it's not one person? I'm like, no, it's really two of us. Like, I don't know what type of editing y'all think we doing. It's really two different people. But yeah, we're not really in sync like you think you know they are, but we do feel certain emotions. Like there are times where because me and my sister didn't speak for like 3 years. So we've never really had like a really, really close relationship. We just got closer a couple of years ago. But like literally, like if she would have like a bad day or something, she would get like these emotions, but she didn't know where they were coming from. So like just one time she was like, listen, I've been feeling fucked up. What's wrong? Like what you got going on? Because I don't know where this is coming from. Something got to be. And I was like, I don't know what type of storm I was going through at this time. I think I was in like college or something, but like I was really stressed and like she could feel it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we do have those connections. Now I be around a whole bunch of twins too. And like, they can feel each other's like injuries and everything. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, listen, my mom, I don't want to feel my sister pregnancies. Listen,
right?
Don't bring that here because she. I don't have kids, but I'm like, listen, Lord, please don't let me feel no labor pains.
Not
like
here.
I ain't got nothing to do with this. But yeah.
No, where we at, man?
What's right in next? So let's welcome Tia to the Uncensored Moms family because she with the shits tonight. So
yeah, she with the shits right up my fucking alley.
So being from Philly. I mean, I'm sure you heard this story, right? Philly teen goes out, going wild. Should parents be charged for their kids' actions? What we're talking about is the recent things that happened downtown at the gallery, which we call a gallery. I don't call it the Philly Fashion.
I'm not gallery.
Gallery. We've seen the things on South Street last year, and then also at the new casino down South Philly. Are these kids just too far gone? And if so, should their parents be liable for their destruction?
Facts.
What's up? Who want to
go?
They
should be. They should be liable. Absolutely.
As
why wouldn't they?
Legalist here. What do you from a legal standpoint of it?
Well, I mean, I feel like they're not implementing any laws or repercussions fast enough, quick enough. They see the increase in the influx in these situations happening, but they're not doing anything to combat what's going on quick enough. Like they're not taking, it might be conversations, discussions, forums, whatever the case may be, but they're not putting anything into place. Okay, they tried to do some, what at night? What's that? The curfews. They tried to do the curfews. They tried to do this and that, but that doesn't combat them beating somebody down at 1 o'clock in the afternoon who might be just, stepping out from their workplace to go grab some lunch, and they come across, some unruly teens that just want to be about it this afternoon. Like, they're not moving fast enough as far as any aggressive things that could wrap this shit up in a faster manner to make people feel safe. Nobody wants to fucking be out and about for real, because they don't know what's going to be happening or what's going to come to them. So I just feel like that's what they need to focus on a little bit more. And yes, the parents should be held accountable under a certain age, meaning, if you're 13 and you out here cracking somebody in the skull with a bottle or a bat or something.
I think it still should go up to 18.
Yeah, no, I do feel like
I
that
agree.
too. Like
Mhm.
I definitely agree. I think after like 18, you know that child is no longer a child and they should be held accountable for their own actions. But you know, if we talking 16, 15, 14, even 17, but you know, if we going down, like the parents should be held fully accountable, whether it be, you know, they're vandalizing, fine should be paid. Then we tapping them pockets, we spanking you somewhere. You know, if they tearing shit up in the city, if they hurting people, then you know they gotta face, they gotta go in front of the judge, they gotta get arrested, then they little, you know, criminal record will be marred, whatever the case may be. Like they need to get a little more aggressive, and they're just not aggressive enough for me.
Yeah, I
I
think the
agree.
parents do need to be charged just simply because my time coming up, you were afraid of your parents, so you wasn't really going out of your neighborhood doing all this crazy
Hmm.
shit that they're doing.
Right.
Mhm.
So
But
it
that's
got
just
to
like,
start there. It got to
yep.
start.
I agree.
It got to start at home. Like
Hmm.
what are
Yeah,
you
I
doing?
was just about to say the same thing. Like it's crazy how we putting it on the community that open all these different programs to get the kids together. Like we ain't fucking birth these kids.
Right.
Like they're not being held accountable for a child that they birth. You're the reason why the child acts like this. It really starts at home. Y'all want the teachers to do it. Y'all want community leaders to do it. Y'all want the barbers to do it. Y'all want therapists to do it. Like, ma'am, y'all be having all these kids out here doing whatever they want, and they don't, like you said, they don't be scared of them.
Right.
Because even when, like you back in the day, even if you didn't see your mom or whatever, somebody in the neighborhood was going to check you. And
Right.
even it wasn't even no, hitting or nothing like that, but you just knew you were afraid that somebody was going to check you about something. So if anybody's gonna be, it's definitely them because they the ones that they coming from the house. They're
Let's get
literally coming out the
let
house and doing whatever they want, and they know there's no
Thanks.
consequences, no repercussions, no
right.
nothing. Yes,
Hmm.
tap them pockets.
Right.
Cause y'all kids is tearing up this city and y'all just doing whatever, and then y'all, oh my gosh, I can't believe my child. You know your child ain't shit.
Let's get
Like,
back
come
to
on.
let's get back to kids getting their ass whipped. Nell, you can get the
Yes.
last words on this. Let's get back to kids getting their ass whipped. So Nell, you get the last words on this.
Yeah, they should be getting their ass whooped. That's one of the reasons why they are running amok. These laws that they created to stop parents
Hmm.
from chastising their kids is one of the main reasons why these kids do what they want. We were chastised. I can tell the four of us at some point of our young lives, we had some type of supervision where we were whatever disciplined.
Right.
They're taking discipline out of the parents' hands nowadays and saying, "Hey, if you discipline your child, quote unquote, the right way or the wrong way, you will then be placed in jail." So those same
Hmm.
stipulations should be placed on parents, right?
Fact. Fact.
Okay, yes. If you abuse your child, it's a difference in discipline and abuse.
Right.
But then too, we also have to parent our children to understand when they go out here, they're a representation of this house.
Mm-hmm.
They're a
Hmm.
representation of me as their father, you as their mother, you as a child. You are representing this home. If you bring any discord to this home, there are repercussions that you will face. I remember my mother taking me down to the 12th Police District on Woodland Avenue. They
Fact.
had
Period.
this day where you brought your kids there. I guess to scare them type of thing.
Scared straight, nigga.
She put me in jail cell. I was 11 years old. She put me in a jail cell. It was a Saturday afternoon and left my ass there for 4 hours, crying,
Mm.
baby, chump, punk. That's let me know, Darnell, you do not need to be doing nothing that's going to have you end up here.
So
Nothing.
we can't do that no more.
Shit.
The police don't
Shit.
allow you to. They'll look at you like crazy, like you trying to abandon your kids.
Oh right.
Instead of trying to give them a place of, damn, this is where you're going to end up.
Mm.
So
Listen,
that
no.
scared the shit out of me to the
Listen,
point
no,
where
no, no. My son is about to turn 19 and my daughter's about to turn 21, and they both know that I would still fuck them up. And that's what it is.
bro,
Right.
I'm about to turn 42 and my mother just almost fucked me up.
Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I know that's right.
my
Now
mother said,
that's what I'm talking about.
I was like, we on the phone and she's like, why your voice all loud? She's like, nah,
Bring
fuck
it
that.
to
And
him.
I see you later on the day. I got something for you. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, nigga, I'm grown. Punch me right there in my mouth.
Listen,
Let me not play with Sharon.
listen. Yeah, don't.
Let me pipe down. But that's the fear. Not
Right.
and they didn't instill fear by again, beating us till we were black and blue or disciplining us to the point where we were abused. They put that fear in us to know that I am your parent. You're going to respect me and I'm going to respect you. But absolutely, you will have respect in this house and outside of this house. And that's what this generation lacks.
Facts.
Yeah,
No, where we at?
sure.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But these
That's
kids,
crazy.
I'm
Out
scared.
of pocket.
You scared?
I be a little scared of Flash Mob. I'm scared. But
Yeah, I would be afraid too. But listen, I'm pulling out the listen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm afraid.
Child.
I'm rumbling, but they be like 39,000 deep.
They really do. And I'm
they
they
really do.
size, I look they age, so I'm definitely getting fucked up.
But you know what's so funny?
Or if you're not getting fucked up, you're gonna get a pass. Cause they be
Yeah.
like, all right, she look like us.
Yeah.
Look,
They
all
might
you
be like,
gotta do
"Come
is
on,
kind of
girl.
blend in. Come
Come on, we about to beat these girls." I'm like, they're running the other way.
But you know what's so crazy? I don't see the level of cops downtown no more.
Nah.
I don't see.
Yeah.
He was coming up when we was kids, going down to the gallery. You seen cops when you got off the L at 13th Street, 12th Street, 11th Street, 8th Street, 5th Street, downtown. You seen cops when you was getting off the Broad Street lines going to South Street. You seen cops at 15th Street. I see nothing.
Yeah, you know what's happening too, and I can speak on that. A lot of the times, they got these officers that is injured on duty. They IOD. They are short. They short staffed because people don't want to be cops. They don't want to be Philadelphia police.
Yeah.
You got them out on injury. You got them in courts, which are flooded with cases where they need to testify. That's taking manpower from the streets. And then you also have very limited officers to be spread out in certain spaces. So, they're trying to, situate them. And then the problem areas are not being covered. They just don't have enough people wanting to be on the street or the manpower to cover the street. So it's like you kind of just out here. Maybe you might see a cop. Like if you getting fucked up, maybe somebody will call that's not recording you. Maybe they'll call the cops and the cops will, make their way to you or whatever. But so it's crazy.
It still goes back to parents. Know where your kids is at. Know where your fucking kids is at.
Start parenting, like
know where your kids is at. And that leads us to this next topic, right? We all seen it. I've seen it. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed it. All the wrong reasons. And I'm talking about the teacher and the student that was fighting over the cell phone.
All you saw was ass.
Yeah, I definitely saw that ass. I definitely saw that ass.
Felt like it was a Nicki Minaj video going on. But do you think the teacher was in the wrong? A lot of people are saying that the teacher was justified, but also you have a large contingent of people that said the teacher was wrong.
So let us know in the chat if y'all think the teacher was wrong for going at it with the student, and what are y'all thoughts?
Then the student swung first, right?
Yeah, the student jumped at
it. Then the teacher ain't wrong. I don't care.
We should thought each.
Because like at this point it's like, first of all, these teachers don't get paid enough.
Facts.
I don't understand it, because y'all know during that pandemic when them kids was home, y'all ain't know how to teach these kids nothing, and y'all was trying to figure out how the hell they teachers teach them. So they don't get paid enough, and you think you gonna swing on me? And remember also too, a lot of these teachers are not like old, like real old. Remember when we was in school, you think teachers, them teachers be young, like So why y'all want to play with these people? Like, how you gonna be getting mad because she reacted?
I want to ask y'all two at the top, because y'all are parents. About us two down here, we already established that Tia don't have children, and I don't have any. But y'all two at the top, how would you feel? Let's play this out scenario wise. How would you feel if you got a call from the school, or your child called you and said, the teacher assaulted me over my phone? What's the first thing that's going to come to your mind?
My kids wouldn't have swung first on the teacher, because I did put some kind of respect in them to respect their elders. Like, they would have called me first. If it was that deep, they would have just called me first. But if this did happen, I need the story first. I need to know everything that played out, and I need to know why it got physical. Now, if my child or whoever tells me, if the story comes out and my child was in the wrong for reaching first, I gotta kind of stand with the teacher. Like, what the fuck was you thinking about swinging on the teacher? So, it all depends on how the information plays out. But I have to believe that my children wouldn't put themselves in that situation that they would call me, because it's an adult.
Yeah, facts. I agree with T. I definitely agree with T in that. I'm definitely wanting to check tape. I want to see what transpired, what happened. Somebody in these day and age, they record, and I want to see what happened. And just like T said, like, okay, if my child just so happened to be out of pocket, then I'm checking him for that shit, or checking her. It just so happened I have a son, but just I'm checking him for that shit. Like, you keep your fucking hands to yourself first and foremost, because if you don't keep your hands to yourself, you giving somebody ammunition to pop you, like to hit you.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Don't start nothing, won't be nothing. Like, you know what I mean? It was different ways that could have been handled. And again, it just all boils down to the level of respect, as T said, how your children are raised and what is instilled in them and how they approach things and problem solving skills, because that shit could have been handled totally different. And if I was the teacher, I would have mopped her too. So
and also I want to say, when we was in school, yes, our teachers took our property too, but we wasn't like dying attached to our phones like
no, exactly.
That's the problem. They act like they about to die. You will get your shit back.
Yeah, you're gonna get it back. Even if she turned it over to your mom at the end of the week or the end of the day or whatever, your mom gotta come get it. Okay, then your mom just have to come get it. Like, she just was really, she went into a panic, like, give me my shit. And she just wilded out like real quick. So
we had to get our phone through the metal detector. Talking about phones. What? I was hiding my phone in my shoe, first of all. Let's get that. Like,
thanks. And I seen the student saying something about yeah, you pointed me out, you didn't take nobody else's phone. And that's just a part of life. Like, that's what happened. Sorry, you was the one that got caught, and you was the one that got your phone took. That's how shit goes sometimes.
Or the child probably was extra. Like, my niece is very like out of pocket in life right now. So if the teacher I could see that happening right now with her, because kids nowadays, they single me out. You always the problem though. You make somebody sing you out, because if you was doing what you was supposed to do, they wouldn't be able to sing you out in the first place.
Yeah,
I agree. I totally agree. It's like, again, where's the respect?
Right.
Where's the respect?
And there you have it. Like, she was big and bad.
We wanted to do things to our teachers, but we knew it was boundaries. All right, still to the end of the class, they give it back, they give it back. If not, my parent will come up here and probably had to whoop my ass because I probably wasn't supposed to have it. At a point, it's just like, all right, cool. The respect for adults has lost its luster, right? These kids don't have no respect at all. And again, it starts at home. And we speak a lot about this on the show, about knowing your person. If you know your child is a disrespectful motherfucker at home, then they're gonna be a disrespectful motherfucker outside at school. They're gonna be out there in the world at these places. So know your child. When you get those phone calls, know what's going on. Don't just curse the teacher out, or when a teacher call you trying to give you these progress reports to tell you, your child wilding. These parents don't be taking these calls like they used to take these calls. Meaning, my mom took a call. You know what happened 10 minutes later? She got the call. Darnell, get in here.
Facts.
Darnell, get the belt. Facts. Darnell, do you want me to get you something to cry for?
Facts.
They don't do that no more, man. They don't even call the kids into the room. They argue with the teacher on the phone. Well, what did you do? Well, what did you say? And the kids is picking up on that and taking that energy right in the school and be even more disruptive. We gotta nip it in the bud at home. We gotta be able to be parents to these children instead of being best friends to these damn kids. We gotta instill fear into them, not the fear of, oh my God, I'm fearful of my mom, but the fear of, I gotta respect my parents. Because these are not only do I gotta respect my parents, I gotta respect what's going on in this world, because what happens if my parents ain't there? Who gonna take care of me like they is?
Yeah, and facts. And respect goes very far, not
Yeah.
even just in school or,
Yeah.
you know, at a job, but like respect and just mutual respect for an individual is going to take you way further than being disrespectful. You're not going to get anywhere if you're going to be disrespectful in either conversations or just a simple disagreement. Can't solve a problem. The first thing you do is kind of pop off. So, you know, it's a hard lesson that these kids are going to learn when they're outside and they're grown. They're outside of, you know, that child state where, you know, it can go either way. You know what I mean? When they get into the adult world and they really got to deal with some real shit, they're
It's
not going to be able to function. It's going to be
got problems as
crazy.
a little teenager. Think what we going through as a.
Right.
How many
Right.
times did I said and contemplated this in the car the other day? I said, why the fuck was I so in a rush to grow up?
Wow, you so in a rush to grow up.
I say that like every
It is
fucking
fucking
10
rated when it
seconds.
comes to.
It is.
It's overrated.
Yo, I never was in a rush to grow up. I knew what this shit was hitting for. I never was in a rush to grow up.
Shit,
I can't wait till I'm an adult. I don't want that no more. Like, please.
Shit.
But these, I'm so like, we're so lost, man. I look at these kids nowadays and be like, where did we go wrong? Like, what generation did it go wrong?
They parents,
right?
Whatever age the parents are, we gotta figure out where it. Because like, I don't think it's not your 40s. I'm 32, so maybe it's like 35. I don't know.
It's hard.
I think these the babies of the crack babies.
Right.
That's
but
what
I'm
people
a baby
are saying.
of crack
of that era. But I'm just saying they right. But I mean, not all children, obviously, right? But they're saying that that's the era. That's the era that, you know, of children that we're dealing with, you know, maybe
no
products of environments that are
that
not.
is true. I agree. Because there was no
guidance.
Babies.
We were the era of the crack babies. This was the era of the crack babies.
We were the crack babies. We were the crack babies.
We were the crack
and we had babies.
Yeah, we are the generation is now was the crack babies grandparents. Like they're our grandchildren.
The grandchildren. Okay.
So
it trickled somewhere down there.
The crack babies in the 80s that came on in the 80s and early 90s are having kids and making kids.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So that's where it is right now. Like
you're right. Because now I think about it, the moms are like a little older than me. Some are like my age, and they had kids kind of young. But yeah, that does make sense because the crack kid. Okay, we gotta stop saying crack. But y'all know what I'm saying, right? They weren't there. They weren't there, so there was no guidance because, like, honestly, like my mom did drugs, so my mom did drugs till I was 17. So like if I just did, I could have had a totally different mindset and had my kids, and probably my kids could be these kids that, you know what I'm saying? So y'all right, it is that era because they weren't there. The dads was in jail or not there, and they was on drugs. So it does make sense. It's just that a lot of us just went a different path, like you know. So it is. That's
and it trickles down. It just trickles down, generation.
As we sit here and debate this or contemplate or talk about this, right? We're talking about the generations. It's only getting worse because the way we discipline children now is we throw phones in front of them and shut them the fuck up.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. No, I want to stay on something that you said when you said it's only about the respect. No, we need to go back to being feared from fearing our fucking parents. Yeah. Let's go back to respect and fear because I had both from my parents.
But do y'all really feel like that was reversed?
We respected them.
I don't know.
We respected their presence. We feared that. We feared that.
That's what I'm saying. It was fear and respect. It was, you could get both. You can get your ass whipped for both.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like realistically, like, do you feel like in this day and age with social media and just the way of the world, do you think that it is reversible?
Yeah,
like, do you think that parents can actually, even the ones, I mean, you know, you got good parents that are trying to either discipline their child, raise their child right, or whatever the case may be, that just got so much to pull from.
That is true. It is reversible because you got to start when they little. That's the problem. They wait until they get like teenagers and then they be out of control and then they try to start the discipline then. You got to start that shit when they young.
But how is going reverse?
I agree. We live in that we have a conscience error. We are from, I have a conscience, and this is how you get back to zero. But just think of how the world is positioned now. They're giving kids and giving individuals freedom that, how do you know at 9, 10 years old what gender you want to be? Right? That's something that we're putting in the hands of a person that hasn't experienced life. So the laws are designed now for everybody to have all this freedom. So how can we get them to get back to that?
Let's stay right there. Remember when your mom used to say to you, "You don't got no nerves." Remember that?
Facts.
Yes.
All the time.
You don't got no nerves. No, do you remember when your parents used to say, "I will fuck you up for GP"? You remember this shit?
Just because you're looking at me wrong.
I got fucked up for GP Wednesday night, and I'm 42. But the thing is, you tell these kids that nowadays, and they laughing at you in your damn face, like, who you think you talking to?
Like,
and you know why? Because the law protects the child. Law does not show the child repercussions of a childlike behavior. They punish the parent for the child's disrespect when the parent is only trying to parent. That's where I'm coming from at it with it this here now.
Right.
Because you tell your kid to get out. I was feared. My mom told me to get out. I wasn't going nowhere. I was going right to my room. I ain't.
How many times you got told to get out?
You don't like it, get out. You know what happened? I like that shit because I was like, I ain't got nowhere to go that's going to give me all this shit that I got in here. But these kids, you tell the kids that nowadays, you don't even got to tell them to get out. They running away from home because you ain't buying the new PlayStation 5, or you didn't buy the new iPhone, so they running away from home, or you told them they couldn't fuck with this boy in your house, so they running around being hoes on the streets. It's craziness.
Right. But that's why I said you got to start with that shit early now. You have to let them know that I don't give a fuck about that you calling the cop shit. Because if you want them to take care of you, they can come and get you and they can take care of you. But I ain't having that shit.
I totally agree with you. But they're not starting early because how they parent now is they put a phone in front of you and let YouTube be your parent. If that's going to shut them up, we just want peace. We just want a moment of quietness because we're going to work hard, or somebody got on our nerves, or we dealing with a toxic relationship that we just and frenzy in our minds. So the moment that we can get our kids in the house to shut the hell up for a minute is peace to us. So what gives us peace? These video games and these phones, and we let them chill. And if we don't hear no peep, we're not going in there and checking on them. Parents like y'all are, but these other parents ain't.
And that's why they need to start using condoms, because they irking me.
That's what I was about to say. Nell, can we stay right there? If you don't want to be a parent, stop having all these fucking kids.
Having these babies. Facts.
I agree.
Facts. Well, they took away abortion, so
there's other alternatives. Before you even got to get to there, Plan B,
Plan B, something.
Come on now, free condoms, colored, sensitive, flavor. Come on now. Stop.
Yeah, they act
like it's 1902. Come on.
I agree 1,000%. 1,000%. I agree.
Let's move.
We got to do something. We got to do something, and we got to do something. And you know what, too? We got to get back to not allowing people to chastise our kids. It ain't. I don't consider it chastising if it's for a greater purpose, right? Like we had, like Tia said, there was the hood that before you got home, Miss Barbara knew what the fuck you did in school. Miss Emmy, Mr. Rogers, they all looked at you like, nigga, you about to get your ass whooped. I might even whoop your ass. Now they fearful of these kids. They looking around the corner. Oh my, I ain't saying none of them. The village that was in place is gone.
Yeah.
The village is gone. Everybody in their houses, they fearful of what's
scared.
outside. So the structures that we had in place ain't no more in place. So these kids is controlling the narrative.
Yeah.
We would never had a thought to go downtown and do some stupid shit like that. Go downtown.
Listen, when we went downtown and we went to the gallery now, we was going to get fresh. What?
Yeah.
We done cashed our checks.
That's all I had.
We're going to get some food. We're going to go to the sneaker store. We're going to cop a new skirt. We
take
was doing
some pictures.
Take some pictures.
Get you a little airbrush shirt. Get your
facts.
go to Tower Records and I gotta get you a little CD. We wasn't.
And then we went back to the block and we blasted it on the block. Like this is they just
only
doing
fighting
it
that we was trying to do is if you did mix in school, it's the last day of school. I'm gonna whoop your ass on the last day of school. That's the only kind of compare we was doing. I'm gonna fight you on the last day of school. It's freaking January. We graduate in June. We setting up fights in January. But that's what the level of it was now. But now they got phones. They setting up these things on WhatsApp. They doing all this stuff in that, and they rumbling right then and there. Like technology is a great resource, but it's also a hindrance to the way that we parent, the way that we take care of life, the way that we even succeed as even survive as adults. Right. Technology, and we have to be that force that says put the phones down. Let's get back to parenting. Let's get back to living life outside of this technology. We can talk about this all day.
What's up? Where we going?
We gotta go. We gotta go other places though. This is where we get interested in that. This is where we get a little introspective, right? We talked about all the shit that's going on in the world. We did a little entertainment news. We talked about Brenda. If y'all wasn't here and we see Brenda in the comments, we pray for Brenda. We also shed some light on that as well, and we will talk about that at the end of the show for a second time. But should people in your life serve a purpose?
Hell yeah.
This is a good
what you here for.
This is a goodie, man. So this came about because I had got word that somebody, one of my friends that I used to, deal with, do business with or whatever, was looking for me. And it was just like, I don't even have time to like reach back and see what you wanted. I'm busy. It's like you don't have time for sitting on the block. You know how we used to sit on the block all day. You don't got time for that shit. I was like, I got other shit to do. So my question was, should the people in your life serve a purpose just because you are growing and moving? So so everything has to equate. It's like I just don't have time for the chit chat and the bullshit. So what are y'all thoughts on should the people in your life serve a purpose?
Yeah, what else they there for?
That's how I feel. What else are you here for?
Like especially for like-minded individuals, business savvy people, all four of us have businesses. Like everybody that is eloquently placed in our lives, we want them to have a purpose. Right. Okay. And that's not mean that we're taking from them in any way, shape, or form, but they are going to add something to the atmosphere and to the ambiance. You know what I mean? I should be able to, look at anybody that's in my life and be inspired by them. Right. Like, you know what I mean? They hustle, what they doing, how they moving, maybe learning a thing or two every single day from them. If you're there and you just there and you're taking from me and not giving to me in some way, shape, or form, then you in the way.
Yeah, I totally agree. Because at the end of the day, like that's a part of human interaction. Like to be honest, like like you said, if you hear and you just pouring out of me, it's like, well, you just draining me at this point.
Right.
Like what do you and that's the thing. I feel like everybody's gonna serve a purpose, even no matter how small it can be. You know what I'm saying? As long as a positive purpose. Because if you have somebody in your life who is just like, yo, every time I talk to you, you got problems.
Right.
Your purpose, I don't know. Like you just hear the vent. That's not for me. Like you, maybe somebody else. Like that's more for your therapist at this point. That's not me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I 100% agree with everything you've seen.
Nell,
that was wild. So also, these people can be detrimental to you because I don't know what you got going on. I don't know what beefs you got on. I can't be out here standing on the corner with you like we used to because I don't know what the fuck you got going on.
Right.
I got shit to do.
It made such a good point that I had to hang my head low, and she said that these energies that these people come with could dim the light that you in at this moment, right? Because we all have problems. We all got challenges and adversities we face. We all got our own mental hang-ups, right? It's mental health. It's all prevalent in all our lives. And we could just have gotten over something or even working our hardest to mask any problem that we have, and to constantly hear somebody's negativity only brings us back down to a portion of, damn, what the fuck is going on? What's wrong with life?
Right.
And it can bring you down. Not like, and I know people, I talk to people a lot, right? And I have relationships with a lot of people. And when people call me to talk or whatever, and I tell them, if you ain't on something positive, I don't want to hear it. And I'm not trying to be mean. I ain't trying to be malicious. I just don't got time to inundate myself with something negative all the time. Like, if your conversation is always negative, I can't get with that, because I go out here each and every day into this negative ass world. And I got to navigate through it. And not to say that we all got to be strong at the same time, but damn, everybody, you can't be weak all the time. You can't be always in your negative bag all the time. You got to have some kind of sunshine. And it's not wrong of you to tell a person, hey, I ain't with that today. Or spare me that right now, because I can't handle my own shit, let alone yours too. Right? And should people serve a purpose in your life? Absolutely. And everybody has a purpose in your life.
No, let's stay right there, because I want to kill the misconception of you're not supposed to use your friends. Yes, the fuck you are. You are supposed to use your friends.
Yeah, because
they have information and they have skills that you might not be able to do.
Right. But people always look at it in a negative connotation.
Right.
Like they
are
think
supposed to use the people,
because using is like,
not supposed to misuse them.
Yeah, because the phrase using is so negative, and it's not. No, it's not. You are exchanging.
Right.
We need to use that. Stop saying using. We exchange information, energies. You know what I'm saying? It's just an exchange. That's all it is. Like, because you gotta be resources. You gotta be making each other better in some type of way. Like, it's not about using. Because if I'm your friend, I want you to be better every day. Anytime I see you, I want growth. You should want growth from me. It's not about using. Like, and
it's
if you
not
got friends, it's like, oh, you use me, then we not friends. Like, what are you talking about?
And
you can't be my friend then.
Also,
because you got a lot of one-sided friendships.
Let's stay right there with the friend thing, right? If we friends, we should be able to have those harsh conversations, and not you feel like, oh, you disrespecting me. We should be able to talk candidly with each other, because we friends. That people want to put people in these friend categories and really don't be knowing what a friend really is. Right? All right. You say I'm your friend. You loyal to me. I'm loyal to you. But the moment I say something that you don't like, you're offended. The moment I give you some advice that is going to help you, or even give you my perspective, because it don't got to always be advice. It could be my perspective on something that could change the way you look at something. You get all up in arms or whatever. How you say I'm your friend if I can't give you constructive criticism, constructive feedback that's only going to help you from a different perspective. You might not can't see what I see from this angle. Right? So we got to get out of this. People are meant to destroy us when they're here for our help. Right? Yeah. If you put a person in your life and that person has added value to your life in some way, some form, if this person has done for you more than you've done for yourself, look at that and be like, damn, I need to keep this person around, because this person is one who is taking me to another levels in life.
Right. Not run them away.
Because they didn't do it the way that you wanted them to do, or they didn't say what you wanted them to say at that moment, or you know what I mean, or they moving at a different pace than you is. You know what? Maybe you need to look at them a little further and say, damn, like, they ain't give up when they could have. They ain't give up on me when they could have. So why am I giving up on them?
I feel like most of the time when people have a problem with, like, you know, that interaction as far as like a friend, they're not a good friend themselves. Because when you're a good friend, you can identify and see that somebody else is a good friend to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when people have all these friendships and they don't be adding up, it's like, no, you the common denominator. You don't know how to be a good friend, because if you did, you would know that. Because it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same thing. Giving, you know, giving constructive criticism, like you said, or just being there, you know, when stuff gets rough or anything like that. They're not a good friend themselves, and that's really important, because then they don't know like what it looks like.
The number one thing that we talk about all the time.
Who's that?
everybody ain't going to tell you what you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
And it don't mean that they are going against you because they not saying what you want to hear. Look at the person. If the person is giving of themselves to you on different levels and different ways, and and look at that and say, damn, this person ain't against me. This person is for me. Yes, we might have bumped heads and clashed at that moment, but I know this person genuinely fucks with me. You don't got genuine people, a lot of genuine people out here in this ungenuine world. If you got people that's willing to go 1,000 miles an hour for you on this aspect, but they're a little slow over here with you on this topic, look at the topic that they discussing and say, damn, maybe I'm a little flawed over here. Let me tighten up a little bit.
Right.
Everybody ain't going to tell you what you want to hear all the time, because everything that you want to hear all the time could be hurting you.
Yep. And two, what I noticed too, like a person could be open to constructive criticism and they kind of want to talk through it, but they're not going to be as open to constructive criticism if you're not willing, if the other person is not willing to accept that constructive criticism as well.
Or not
hear
even
it.
willing
Because
to hear
if you're constantly if you're constantly telling me what I need to be doing, how I need to be changing, but you're not open to be accepting of where you need to change or where we can change together or whatever the case may be to make a partnership or a friendship stronger, then it's not going to work. That person that's receiving the constructive criticism 9 times out of 10 is going to shut down because they're going to be like, well, I'll be trying to give you that constructive criticism too, and you're not open to it. So it's one-sided. So, you know, everybody has to be willing to listen, understand, and be open to the constructive criticism.
You must want your nails and feet done this week, because you
yes, I do. Matter of fact, it is my week.
Because you talking some shit, Ish.
Yeah, it's my week. It's my week. Yep, Saturday.
Cash app you, please. That's what you said?
Please.
Oh man.
But no, seriously though, because you know it's easy. It's hard to take constructive criticism all the time. It is hard. But when you're in a safe space and y'all can go back and forth and be able to both express constructive criticism, whatever capacity you guys are in, it's easier to digest and swallow when that person is accepting of their criticism as well.
All right, y'all. I got a question. We're gonna go left real quick because this is Uncensored Minds. So, you know, I've been entangled in this conversation like twice. I've been in look at Nell.
Entanglements going on and shit.
I've been entangled in this conversation twice today. So the premise of it is when things are wrong at home, whether that be you might feel sick. You might, you know, be going through some financial troubles, whatever it may be. When things are wrong at home, are you not entertaining sex?
We fucking COVID, stomach aches, headaches, ripped.
So what happened if your man pull up on you and you ain't fresh at that moment, but he want to touch on you? Would you give him some?
Not you ain't fresh at the moment. You
listen, you already know how I feel.
Right,
drop them draws.
We're not worried about the fresh.
I know y'all not worried about the fresh.
You my lifetime, you my boo. So it's like, all right, you ain't a little, you ain't a
all right, yeah, but I mean, not being so fresh is different than being sick.
Shorty, you ain't no random.
It does depend.
Not a random. It's different. It's different. You're not a random. You my girl. You my shorty. It's not different.
Yeah, I mean, you know, okay, you're gonna give out a little sweaty coochie every now and again. It has happened, you know. It ain't banging, it ain't fish box, but you know, okay, yeah, a little sweaty every now and again.
This is the thing though.
Yeah, but
this the thing with a man though. If you my boo, fish box don't matter.
Fish box should matter. We've had these discussions. Fish box always fucking matter.
Why you got the fish box though? What the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What are we
talking about?
What happening here?
Like, how you get the fish box then? What was you doing?
Yeah, that means something is going on. That means somebody's pH is off, whether it's yours, whether it's hers.
But that don't mean a sweaty box, or I've been in the house all day frying chicken and cleaning the bathroom all damn day.
Yeah, that's why I said it's sweaty.
Yeah,
You know,
that's sweaty.
sweaty.
No,
That's
Sweaty
different.
cooch is still cooch. It
Yeah,
ain't.
the
It don't
sweaty box, we
stink.
rolling.
Yeah, it don't
Yeah,
stink.
that's fine.
Yeah, but you know, oh yeah, I mean it's fine, it happens. Would I rather be fresh so you can get up all in these crevices? Sure. I would rather go hop in the shower, you know, and I'll
We
be
don't care
out in
about
10
that.
minutes.
We don't care about that.
Yeah.
We can take a shower together afterwards. We don't care about that.
That is true.
Well, yeah, then we could just hop in the shower. I'll be like, I'm just too
That's true.
sweaty. Let's just go get in the
Yeah.
shower.
All right, so let me ask y'all two ladies. What is the deterrence? Like, is it stress? Is it money problems? What is the thing that y'all like? If you mad at the nigga, what is the thing that you like? No, we're not. No, don't touch me. Move. What is it?
Don't touch me.
Let me think about
I can't relate. I can't relate.
Yeah,
this is my new thing. I can't relate.
Let us
Like,
know let us know in the chat as well. What is the thing, or what is the problem at home that you're having that you're not willing to have sex when this is going on? Let us know in the chat what is going on. Like, Nell, what is your thing, Nell? Since the ladies is being quiet,
you fucking too, Tia.
Yeah, like I don't. There's nothing to be like, oh, yeah, unless it's like we really just like real bad argument or something like that, then yes. But if it's just something a little small, a little disagreement or whatever, no, we good. Like, you know, me personally, I'll be falling asleep sometimes, but that's not like a 10 ride. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? I don't sleep much, so if I'm falling asleep, you listen. I'm sorry.
You asked me a question.
Listen,
you asked
I'm
me
like
that I wouldn't. What? Like I'm gonna keep it 1,000 a night, right? So I'm a real aggressive person. Like y'all know, I could go from a 0 to 60 in like 17.3 seconds, right? I probably with my aggression, like getting into those type of arguments might kill the move for her.
Mm-hmm.
And necessarily don't mean it on me, because I'll apologize after my conscience kicks in. I'll be like, yo, I kind of took it too far, my bad. And we both toxic, so we both got toxic tendencies where we going back and forth. But where I'm like, all right, the conversation is over, like that's over. We've had that moment. Now let's you laying next to me or we in the same area, space or whatever. I let that go. I can get back into, you know what I mean, playing ball. But she just might be in her feelings just like that, where she ain't want to rock. And she just hate me for weeks or a couple, like whatever. I can see that. I can see my ways being a deterrent, keeping her away from me. Where instead of me turning it down, my behavior turned it down.
So let's stay right there, because Tia said if they had a bad argument. So if y'all had a bad argument and y'all haven't really been speaking for 2 days, but he tried to get some, are you doing the John when they were like, no, get off me, don't touch me?
Maybe. Depend on how mad I am. Depends. That's why I said it depends. It depends on the argument. It depends on, you know, yeah, like it just really depends.
So what I was saying was the girls. Well, I was watching this other show or whatever. The girls was saying, well, if my bills ain't paid, then no, I'm not fucking.
Man, fuck that.
Yeah, see, what's this show? Because I just
if my bills ain't paid, I ain't fucking.
There you go.
Look at Nell. Look at Nell.
Like this. I'm doing just like this. There you go.
Listen, Nell, cut it the fuck out.
Because it's probably something behind that too.
If we having some issues, they
what?
said I'm not fucking. I'm not in the mood.
You see it all the time.
Yeah, well, people
might not see it from a woman's perspective, but we've played clips on the show to where a woman said, yo, you driving this car. You driving the Lamborghini, you driving the Benz, you driving the Porsche. You supposed to take care of me because of what you got. And if you're not taking care of me, then you're not getting nothing. When she'll throw the guy who ain't got shit, the cooch for free at every drop of the time. But the nigga that's willing to, the nigga that got something, she's holding him to a higher standard.
Yeah, I ain't got that mentality. I've always taken care of myself anyway. So I mean, even when I'm my partner, we partners. Not like partner, but like, yeah, we work together, we pay bills together and all that stuff. But yeah, like I don't know. I feel like it's very materialistic and very like I don't even necessarily. I'm trying to be nice about this word. I just don't think that way. That's just what it is. Like,
Yeah. And I feel like those type of individuals already have an agenda. Like
yeah.
they already are utilizing their sexuality or whatever the case may be to
Mhm.
snag someone who is going to pay
Mhm.
their bills or who is going to do what they need them to do, and
Mhm.
nothing else matters. Like I've been in
There you go.
conversations with chick who says, money make is the only thing that make my pussy wet. My pussy don't get
Mhm.
wet for no other reason other than that green. So if you ain't flossing that green and you ain't
Mhm.
giving me none or doing anything for me,
Mhm.
then my pussy don't get wet. It don't operate. It don't work. So, individuals have their situation set up whereas though
No.
that's all they want.
So irky.
Tossing them fucking
Like
dollars.
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a tricking situation. It was just like
Mm-mm.
we both fucked up and we just might happen to be a couple and I don't know how we paying the bills, but you want some pussy. That's what it was. And
Mhm.
she was saying, like, no, I'm not gonna be in the mood.
Mhm.
I'm
Well,
not gonna be
I
in the
can't
mood.
relate.
That's what
I'm
she said.
always
I'm not gonna be in the
Like you
mood.
wasn't doing it for free 1,000 times. I don't get it.
right.
Like
Like I
that
don't
now you
know.
got now you got some standards. Come on.
Hmm.
I feel like
And
people will just want to say stuff just to go viral
Right.
or just to be like, have attention on them. Girl, shut up.
hmm
All right,
and
so
I'm always in the mood,
got a
even when I'm
different
not in
mind.
the mood. So the shit don't. I
So
can't
we
relate.
like to ask our guests a lot of different things. We like to ask questions, right? So we talked about this in length on Thursday, the four of us. Now we're introducing you to this topic.
Mhm.
Ugly guy. Are you with an ugly guy?
Let's get
Coco
it.
Jones went on record this week. If you don't know who Coco Jones is, she
I
plays
love Coco
Hillary.
Jones.
She
Yes.
played
Love her.
Hillary on the reboot of Bel Air, and she's
Hilarious.
also a singer with a platinum album to boot. Coco said, "I like ugly guys.
Right.
Ugly guys, cute guys are weird to me. If you're too cute, you're weird.
Mm.
We have a thing here where we kind of came to the conclusion that women are comfortable with ugly guys.
No, not that they're comfortable with ugly. They prefer the
Prefer
ugly guys.
prefer their preference
Okay.
ugly over cute.
Right.
That's the question. Do I prefer?
The
What
question
do
is,
you
what are your
prefer?
thoughts? What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Oh, my thoughts are, I mean, it's very weird because you can't just judge everybody off of that. Like that can't
Hmm.
just be your whole ideology for life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've dated ugly guys that were nice guys and cool guys. I've dated, cute guys that wasn't shit. Like you can't like or vice versa. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people too be like, ugly guys, oh, they treat you better, da da da. No, that's your own insecurities too.
Right.
Because, you might feel like, oh, he ain't gonna cheat because he ugly. No, ugly niggas cheat too.
It facts.
So I feel like it'd be a lot of like insecurities or
Hmm.
just different things that are embedded in people's like minds and stuff that they feel that way. But that's just crazy. Like I mean, and then
Hmm.
also too like everybody have their preference. So she might say somebody is ugly, and another girl might say the person is cute. So I feel like you can't even go for that either. Like you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because some people feel
Hmm.
like a certain skin tone makes somebody ugly. You know
Ugly.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Oh, I
Hmm.
don't do nobody light skin. Like people say, oh, I don't do nobody chocolate. Like it's all about a person's preference. So
Preference.
yeah, but
Hmm.
first of all, just stop saying these comments. Be quiet. Like
Hmm.
anybody, did somebody ask you this? I love Coco, but anybody ask you any question for you to say this? I don't know.
I don't even know where that stemmed from, but she did jump out the window and say that. But
I
Ish,
don't know.
Ish, when we were talking about it, you said the safe thing. So can you
Hmm.
expound on that for the people?
Yeah, I feel like, most of the women that I've had conversations with over the years, like, having somebody that is not that attractive, they feel like it's a safe space, just exactly what Tia said. Like, okay, well, he's not that cute. So, he's not going to cheat on me because I'm of a certain caliber or I'm of a certain status or whatever the case may be. And here he is, not as attractive. He's going to always gravitate to me. And that is not always the case because, like Tia said, ugly niggas do cheat too. So it's a false sense of security in a sense because people are gravitating and looking for that when in all actuality, that man can be doing the same thing as a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's all based on perception. It's all based on what your personal likes
all
are.
right. So hold on, Issa. So let's say right there. So do y'all feel worse or better when the ugly guy cheats?
No, nobody feels
cheating
nobody
is
feels
cheating.
good. Cheating is cheating. Everybody, whether it's from a good looking nigga or an ugly nigga, whatever the case
I'm
may
not
be.
going to stand on that.
But
I'm not going to stand on that because if
But
an
listen.
ugly girl cheated on me, I would be like, "How dare you?"
Right. I was about to say, East, in the group chat's like, it's the audacity for
Right.
these.
It is true. It's
I
the
ain't gonna lie,
audacity, right?
yeah.
Like this
But it
motherfucker
don't
that
make you
lost his
feel
mind.
different.
Not
Right,
the ugly nigga
right.
cheating with the ugly girl though. That's when y'all lose y'all damn mind.
Yeah,
Oh, if the
the
girl
Child.
worst.
y'all
Yeah,
losing y'all mind.
losing
How
your
dare
mind.
you?
And even if she alright, if she whacking other areas, like
Child.
it's just be
Oh,
like,
y'all gonna find whatever area she whack in. Y'all gonna find
yeah, oh,
it.
absolutely,
And what
absolutely.
about it?
And what about it? Right. And
Y'all gonna
that's it
find
exactly. Like it's just going to be like, really, this is what you want to do. It kind of also lets you into the mind of a person because then it's like, really, will you ever go back after seeing that type of shit? Because it just be like, really, where's your mind at? And the bullshit that you be talking, no, this is not even it, sir.
No, can we find out what Juanita means? Because she said
It's not about me wanting money or my bills paid, but I can't have sex if I'm not handled the right way. So I guess Juanita is saying if she's not being handled with care, she don't care about her wanting money or her bills being paid. She needs to be handled with respect and care for it to be given off. And I think she was touching on my point where I said I could be a little demonstrous. Right. And that demonstrous type of attitude at times could be a deterrent from her.
Hold on, Nell. Let's stay right there. So in the moment that you're being an asshole or whatever, however you want to phrase it, in the moment that you're being an asshole, but she's horny, should she not still want to get her shit on?
I mean, we think alike. I still want the coot. If we argue, I still want the stuff. But to them, it's emotional, as we talked about before. They need their emotions to be emotioned. As we, they want their emotions to be, handled with care. And once they get in that emotional place, that sexual prowess probably goes out the window. Now you may have some that says, I don't care. I still want it. I still want that itch scratched. And then I can go back to being mad with you.
Yeah. Roll your ass over to the other side of the fucking bed.
Some people can.
Thanks.
Some people can and can't.
Yeah, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not. I don't care how mad I am at you. If I'm horny, I'm trying to get some, and then I'll be mad at you afterwards.
You'll be mad at you.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we can be mad.
I'm actually going to be mad up in that ass. I'm going to take it out up on the ass.
But sometimes getting the motherfucker might take you to a whole new place like that. That section, that passionate sex that y'all might have, that mean. I'm trying to show her, get out her feelings. I'm trying to show this nigga I'm mad at him. Whatever, that could turn into a wild, passionate night.
Yeah.
So now y'all like, damn, I don't even know why I was mad at babe. Like
that's what I was gonna ready to say. 9 times out of 10, and depending on the situation, like most of the time, the shit is dumb shit anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like, okay, sex might just help you just smooth it over just a little bit quicker.
Just think. You got an attitude with me. We had sex. I put the pillow on your face. I choked
you. Now, where the fuck you go trying to suffocate a bitch? Like, I am not trying to bail your ass out.
Right, like,
stop
no,
it.
but I'm saying I bring you back to life. I take you out of here, bring you back to life. Now you like, oh shit, this
she
nigga
said not attempted
role
murder.
playing now.
Listen, no, now I told you, I do not want to have to come bail you out and line up the attorneys for you, my nigga.
Here we go, the pillow.
No,
Here we go.
That's what happens.
Although it's motherfuckers that really like that shit. That might be one of the things I talk about. Like, it's motherfuckers that really like that shit. No, like you put a pillow over their face and they lose consciousness for like 10 seconds, and it just heightens they fucking,
not 10 seconds.
Orgasm.
I'm bringing them back to life with the stroke, and now,
yeah,
oh my God, he's Dookie Howser MD. I didn't know he had them qualities. Can't trip from now on.
Nigga, not Dookie Howser. I can't.
Now, I done gave you Demon Dick plus Dr. Dick. So where you going?
Dr.
Not the Dr. Dick.
Where you
going? But I think everybody want to know what the Dr. Dick be like. Like, goddamn, no, cut it the fuck out.
Juanita said, no, my stuff shuts all the way down. She said her shop closes, grand opening, grand closing. There's nothing. Box, try. Good night.
Yeah. It's a lot of people like that, you know. They just, you know, can't get with it if certain things ain't aligned right.
Nice.
I'm a Capricorn. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. No, get us up out of here, man. What's up?
Then we had an impactful show, detailed show, and we already had Gone with 60 Seconds. So if y'all already know what that is, that's my segment where we talk about everything that's in and around sports at the time. As we said before, right after this, we will have a little dissertation in regards to our girl Brenda, as we talked about when we opened the show. But playoffs is alive and well. The Sixers, Philadelphia 76ers, is the first team this NBA playoffs to sweep the competition, and they are the first team to move to the second round. They beat the New Jersey Nets. Brooklyn. I don't even know what. I don't even know what they is.
Damn, Brooklyn.
Yeah, and Tara. You know we want to love you, Tara.
Hey, baby.
We gotta show Tara and Janine. We know y'all from Brooklyn. We had to play a little.
That nigga, Tara. Fuck that. But, put the pillow on that nigga head, Tara. Fuck that.
The 76ers swept the Brooklyn Nets in 4 games, sending them to the next round, which they'll probably face the winner of the series between Boston and Atlanta. And it looks like it will probably be Boston. Boston is up 3-1 on Atlanta. The Golden State Warriors, even the series with Sacramento, beating them 126-125. And the nail biter, that game was actually a great game. And New York Knicks, the other team in New York, is up 3-1 on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And Denver and Minnesota is playing now at a tight ball game, 60-64. That's the NBA. If y'all want more NBA news, if y'all want more sport news, please tune into my guys on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. For Game 7. And it's T and Mike do a great job educating the people on what's going on in the basketball world, talking about any and everything that has to do with the NBA and sport. And it's a real good listen. They go really into detail and they play off of each other well. You know what I mean? Y'all going to hear a lot of shit. They're going to talk a lot of shit. But at the end of the night, y'all going to feel like y'all been educated in the game of basketball. And if basketball ain't your thing, but you like fashion, you like sneaks like I do, you will want to tune to us on Wednesday nights with Telemade Kicks at 8 p.m. We do a whole show on, the education of sneakers, what's hot, what's not. We take you to sneaker court and show you the foolery that's in and out there. We even show love to the people who show love to us each and every week. So make sure you check us out on the platform, the Telemade platform, starting on Wednesday with Telemade Kicks, Thursday with Game 7, and then us back here on Sundays for Uncensored Minds at 9 p.m. We got such a great lineup coming up, which is going to be dope. Also, for exclusive members out there, we got some content this week. Not one video, 2. So be on the lookout. 2 different videos. You got Aisha up there with her craziness and nonsense. Got
right. So
always.
After I get off with Aisha, I gotta wash.
You gotta pray.
And go pray. That's how she be having me all out my comfort zone and down. I got a little something going on as well. We wanted to say thank you to Nell, who came on here at Biz Hustle Athletics. Make sure you go check him out. Check his page out. He got a lot of things going on for the young people. A lot of good things going on. Then we got our girl Tia right over here with her mobile app that is going to get y'all them hair products right to your front door. Right? Your man passed you to 40. You know what you do? You pass her to 40. Right. You know what I mean? Your man acting up. He don't want to act right. It's cool. Tia got you. You can't find Sally's and clothes on 69th Street? Call Tia. You him and all them ain't got the weave glue you need or the spray sheen or whatever the shit y'all using y'all heads nowadays. Hit my girl Tia up on the app. She'll make sure she gets it to you in good time. You know what I mean? We want to make sure we support not only our people, but support those that's doing things that come from us, look like us, and is us. Because we always supporting somebody else.
Thanks.
Let's make sure we grow our girls' business the way that we know how to, and that's taking it to the top. Tia, we appreciate you not only coming on and sharing your story, giving us a background on what you do. We also appreciate you coming on here and filling a void that we had tonight of our fourth member.
Oh, nice.
Appreciate you coming on here, giving your expertise, your wit, your charm, and your honest opinion about life. You didn't sugarcoat it. You drove right in and you was transparent, and we appreciate you for that.
This was so fun. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for sticking around with us. Also, another aspect of our show that we touched on earlier, now that Brenda's here, we wanted to kind of do this while she was here. But she hit me up early part of this week and said, Nell, you know, I mean, I got some challenges that we're going through right now because of a mass shooting that happened out in Alabama. The reason why I'm talking to you about this is because it had to do with family members and friends that were caught up in that. And I need you to pray for us. I need you to tell the people out there that we need their prayers. And that's what we do on these type of platforms is we share love the Brooklyn way, like my man Big said. But we wanted to let her know that she has the full support of us here at Uncensored Minds. If you need anything, we're just a text phone all away. Yeah. Keep it cute though, Brenda. We know what you like to do. We know cute.
Brenda be like, listen, I want T, I want Nell. Listen, it's,
Brenda.
That's right.
But thank you again for
another night.
Always coming on here and sharing your stories with us, whoever it is that's going through anything. We appreciate you. Ebony, congratulations on seeing another year around the sun. Ebony is one of our Uncensored Minds top fans. She had a birthday this past weekend. So we wanted to shout out her and say happy birthday to her. And thank you for everybody else out there doing something special. We appreciate y'all.
Thanks.
I guess we'll see y'all again next Sunday.
Everybody in the chat who always come through rocking out. Make sure y'all continue to like and share the video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Hit the live bell notification so you can get notified when we go live. And we gonna make it do what it do as usual, man.
So we got Tia with the hair products app. We got Ish with the coochie products.
Not with the coochie products, though.
Facts.
I mean,
listen, coochies, dicks.
Hold up. We got Dr. T up there doing the pap smears and breast consultations.
I'm definitely doing pap smears, waxing, all things of this nature. Whatever you need, man. Let's get to it.
So, if you need anything, check us out at Uncensored Minds, man.
We got y'all.
This is a one-stop shop.
Yes.
Next week, I'm gonna be doing doctor work. I'm gonna be passing y'all out and bringing y'all back to life. So we got breast augmentations. We got what's the thing where they put their breast on and got to get the little exam? What they call mammogram? Pap smears. He's got the coochie toys. Tia got the hair. I think I'm gonna do the nails.
You doing the nails?
Okay. We can rock with that.
Because when you go to see Miss Kim, she be having a guy in there too, and he be in there doing.
He good. I like the guys.
You like the guys? Listen, they be getting a little. They be looking like they want to fucking put my foot in their mouth. Creep, dog eat dog.
Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't putting the Myras in there. We not putting the Myras in there. We not putting the Myras.
Mine's ain't Myras now. Listen now. Mine's ain't
Myras. You know how crazy this is? this had to be one of our most impactful shows, one of our most detailed and impactful shows, and it was our shortest show.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
We got done before 12 o'clock. People,
yeah,
we moving. We told y'all we moving.
Yep.
Stay tuned. Y'all still want to see something special soon. So keep us on your dials. Keep us in your phones. Keep us wherever you're at. Don't forget, we are streaming on
all audio platforms, on
all audio platforms,
Spotify, Apple,
everything.
All of these things, whatever your streaming platform is, we're streaming on everything. So the stream is available on Tuesday mornings.
Yes.
I feel like a rapper now. I'm about to get me a big chain. I'm about to.
I'm getting a grill. I'm gonna get the grill.
You get some grills.
I'm like a rapper now. This motherfucker, you dig? We on all networks.
Yeah,
we out of here, people. Uncensored
Right, people.
128. We see y'all soon.
Hey.
You dig?
Bye, y'all.
Deuces, people.